And we talked about some of the difficulties that kids can have. You know, if we just leave things to kids and now they get divorced, you know, I have a lot of families that come in and say, well, I never named the in-law. I only named my children. Well, let's go back to joint ownership. Once they got it, what did they do with it? They put it in joint ownership. So now the divorce happens. Where does your stuff go? Well, maybe half goes to the other one, maybe more. Kind of up to the divorce judge. Who's got the best lawyer? That's why I always talk to folks, and in my office I call them castle trusts. Why were castles ever built? For protection. I like to make sure that those inheritances are protected. And the big three we protect from are divorce, creditors, and serious health issues. And I have a case in my office right now where a daughter who was in her late 40s got divorced and just had some real difficulties and is now qualified for Social Security disability income. There's limits into the assets that you can own under that program. Now mom dies, and she was going to inherit a fair sum of money that would disqualify her from all of those programs. We had actually put in place a backup standby special needs trust so that she doesn't lose all of those benefits, and so far it's working. She has maintained her benefits, and this inheritance is set aside in a special trust where the funds are restricted as to what they can be used for, so she doesn't lose her benefits. And those are some things that, you know, you got to plan. We got to think about those kinds of things. And we got to talk about that stuff in your planning. But that's where I'm going to inherit in a protection trust. I'm well past the age of 21. I mean, my youngest son is past the age of 20. Matter of fact, my oldest granddaughter is older than 21. But yes, I'm going to inherit. Why? Because I'm concerned about the world out there. There's always somebody trying to take something away from you. And I've got grandchildren who are now starting to drive. And if they take Grandpa's truck and they get into an accident and they're at fault, who's going to get sued? So I want to make sure that anything that I inherit is protected from that. And we've all seen cases like that right here in Door County, where a young person, I mean, you know, not out drinking, fell asleep at the wheel and killed somebody. I mean, it's tragic. But how do we protect that